Imagine waking up to a normal morning where markets look calm, currencies feel stable, and headlines seem routine. Nothing feels broken, nothing feels urgent, and that is exactly how every major economic collapse begins. Not with explosions, not with panic, but with silence. A single unnoticed crack forms somewhere deep inside the system. One company misses payments. One bank tightens lending. One policy decision looks harmless. And then the dominoes start to fall. What makes this dangerous is not the first collapse. It is the chain reaction nobody sees coming. Because economies do not break all at once. They break step by step, quietly, invisibly, until suddenly everything collapses together. The domino effect that breaks economies does not ask for permission. It does not announce itself. It simply moves forward, unstoppable, feeding on fear, debt, and human behavior. Every global crisis in history followed this same hidden pattern. A single shock triggers another. That shock triggers another. And before people understand what is happening, jobs disappear, currencies weaken, markets crash, and governments scramble to explain a disaster they failed to predict. They are interconnected, and interconnection creates fragility. When everything depends on everything else, failure spreads faster than success. One weak link is all it takes. It always starts small. A corporation overleverages itself because cheap money makes debt feel safe. Just one. A bank fails. A major firm declares bankruptcy. A sector freezes. Most people think it will stop there. They are wrong. Because that single collapse does not exist in isolation. It is connected to suppliers, lenders, employees, investors, and governments. When it falls, it pulls others with it. Credit tightens. Trust disappears. Liquidity vanishes. And once trust is gone, even healthy businesses start to struggle. This is where panic quietly enters the system. Not the loud panic you see on television, but silent panic. Executives cut costs. Banks reduce lending. Investors move money into safer assets. Consumers stop spending. Each decision makes sense on its own. Together, they accelerate collapse. This is the domino effect most people misunderstand. It is not chaos caused by stupidity. It is chaos caused by rational decisions made under fear. More businesses suffer. The cycle feeds itself. Governments step in too late, using tools that worked in the past but fail in the present. Raise rates and kill growth, or lower rates and fuel inflation. And suddenly, what started as a single collapse becomes a global crisis. This is why economic crashes never stay local. The world is too connected. Capital flows instantly. Fear spreads instantly. Information moves faster than facts. Markets react before governments can respond. And once momentum builds, stopping it becomes nearly impossible. Risk is postponed. The next cycle is seeded. Because systems fail most violently when failure becomes routine. Inequality fuels division. Politics becomes extreme. Stability erodes from every direction. At this stage, the economy is no longer just an economic problem. It becomes a social problem. Not investor confidence, public confidence. When people stop believing recovery is possible, spending stops, innovation stops, risk-taking stops. Eventually, the system resets. It always does. Assets reprice, debt is restructured. New leaders emerge, new rules are written. A pattern driven by leverage, fear, and human nature. Awareness does not stop collapse, but it changes how you experience it. Because the real danger is not the collapse itself. It is being unprepared when it arrives.